So good morning, lovely yogis. Just starting on your mat, either seated or lying down. And have a moment just to check in with yourself, how you're feeling. Whether you're a little bit tired or depleted in some way. This is the space for you to rejuvenate. We'll have quite a nice gentle practice today, some stretches that we enjoy. So just begin with a few conscious breaths. Relaxing shoulders, softening through the face and neck. And just feeling the body as you breathe. Relaxing through the body, pelvis and legs. And perhaps just exploring in your mind what you need today. Do you need a restful day? Do you need a day with connection to people? Maybe making a few phone calls? Do you need a day of just sort of isolation, aloneness, or to sit and read and dissolve into a story? Notice what you might feel like you need, even if you can sort of grab half hour of that. It's lovely to replenish. So grounding down, imagine those roots extending through your body into earth. And observing Satya, which means truth, and Ahimsa, non-harm. So if you need to be gentle with your body today, observing, maybe pulling back a little bit. So when you're ready, if you're lying down, just hug your knees in. Have a little moment to rock. And if you're already seated, that's great. We're going to come into Zazen. Take your time, there's no rush. Enjoy just sort of moving through your body. And today I'd really like to invite you to join in with something that I've started doing. I was reading something and was very inspired by some other yogis' personal sadhana, which means personal practice, that she tries every day to have 100 conscious breaths. So I did this morning in my own meditation. I actually did 108 because the 108 is quite significant in yoga. A lot of people do 108 sun salutations sometimes. So we may not do 100 because it actually does take a little while, but I thought that in our quiet breathing meditation today, we'd do 50. So a little bit like mindfulness of breath when we count the breath. We'll just count to 50 breaths, but really try and make them very, very conscious. The mind might wander. You might notice that you're counting the inhale or the exhale. That's what I found. I started noticing I was counting the inhale, and then without really even consciously thinking, I was counting the exhale. So just allow this practice to kind of evolve with you and just move with the time that we're sitting in it. So I'll put the timer on for about 5 minutes. It might take a little longer, I don't know. Don't speed your breath up, but just take natural breaths. So we're going to do 50 conscious breaths. So let everything relax and we'll begin. Relaxing. Really try and follow the whole process of the breath. Staying relaxed. Stay with the practice. So just noticing now where you are, whether you reached 50 or maybe went a few over 50 while you were waiting for me. How did that feel? Did you stay quite focused in that whole practice? Did you notice where the count was, the in or the out breath? How many times did the mind wander? For me, I felt quite focused on that. I think it is because you end up counting each breath and you're progressing to the end goal of 50. So I would say that took slightly over 5 minutes, which is what we normally do. So if that's something that you really enjoy, doing 100 breaths, conscious breaths every day would take you 10 minutes probably. So just leave that little seed with you in case that's something that you think, oh, I might challenge myself to see if I can actually sit with that and do that. And another thing, where did you find the relaxation come in? Was it sort of towards 30, 40 breaths that you felt, actually I'm sinking into kind of another relaxed dimension here? So another little awareness for you. Anyway, I shall leave that with you as a thought to perhaps bring into your own personal practice. We're going to come into butterfly. Nice gentle starting pose. So drawing our soles of our feet together. If you need anything underneath the legs, please put rolled up blankets or a couple of cushions. And even if you don't normally need something, just the idea of being supported is quite nice to have something there at times. So gently coming into this pose. And as you just first lean into this, you may really realise a deep tension in the back of the neck, upper back. How long have we maybe been holding a tension there? Relaxing shoulders. Enjoying the stretch, feeling the stretch, but passive. And deep belly breaths. You might return to the breath, and the counting might become quite a nice focus for you. In fact, there's no reason, if you want to count your breath when you're in these poses, where we could end up counting maybe more than 100 breaths throughout your whole practice, being fully conscious. Being in the present moment. How are you feeling? What do you feel around your hips today? If we've used our body a little bit more than we normally do, or in a different way, then that may reflect through the body physically too. If the pose feels a bit easy, you can lean into it a bit more and enjoy a fresh sensation of the stretch. Breathing into the back body. As you take the breath into the belly, you might feel the breath move to the lower back too. And we'll just gently take a few breaths here as we lift up slowly, feeling that nice release and finding neutral pose. Relax. Lovely deep inhale, maybe a lovely long sigh on the exhale. And as you do that, everything just starts to soften. Checking in with how you feel in this Shavasana neutral pose. Relaxing, really just noticing what's going on. Again, you can continue mindful breath, counting if you want to. And then when you're ready, let's hug our knees in. We're going to come into seal. So a very soft, gentle back bend. Just enjoy a few moments to rock on your back. And then coming up onto belly. Use a cushion under the chest if you want to. Block for the head. And we'll come into this gentle curve to our lower spine. If you need to come a little bit lower, just sort of slip the elbows out to the side. Notice what you need today. And tuning into how your body feels as we just sort of approach this pose. Relaxing the buttocks and legs. Lower back. Might be an initial tension there until we feel safe enough to really let go and relax. And please use the props that you have around you. If you just feel like you need to bring something in, play with that idea. Relaxing legs. Nice deep belly breaths. If you can relax the forearms and hands and wrists. And just keep noticing what tension you are holding in your body to hold the pose. If there's anywhere else you can relax. And trying to follow your breath, even if you're not counting. if you feel after a few minutes in this pose that you can alter, come up a little bit higher, then explore. It takes a few moments to really settle, so when that stretch gets easier, we can explore a little bit more progress. But keep relaxing. Is your breath even? Are you finding this challenging in any way? What parts of the body do you find you have to keep coming back to relax? So let's just take one more breath. And really nice and slowly coming out of this pose. If you want to push back into child's pose for a moment, just to relieve the spine a little, you can. And then coming into neutral, just being ever so gentle. That can be quite a deep lower back bend, that one. It's all about nourishing our body, not hurting ourselves. So lying back, how do you feel? Have a few moments to witness your thoughts. Be curious about the body. If anything is giving you any sensation, then ask the body where it comes from, what it needs. I know it sounds silly, but it's opening that kind of internal dialogue with yourself, because in the quietness and the silence come the answers. Really relaxing. So we'll bring the knees in, gentle hug. Take a little longer moment here if you need to, especially to sort of relieve that lower spine from seal. And we're going to come into cat's tail. So start lying on your left. So we come forward with the body and back with the body, and coming into a lovely twist here. Lying on the left, have a cushion handy for the head. Bring your right knee over. Grab your left foot if you can, but don't worry if you can't. And then just gently leaning back. If your lower back is a bit tender, only sort of tilt back a little way. Just explore this pose as your body allows. And again, as always, just finding where you're tense and trying to relax, especially buttocks and lower back. If your tummy rumbles sometimes, it's because you're coming into this twist and stimulating digestive system. Trying to relax around the head and neck. However you've supported yourself, let go. And you can close your eyes and enjoy the breath, counting again if you want to. Conscious breaths. Observing what you feel, where you feel it. Following the breath as it moves through your body. Is this pose starting to soften even more? And in the times that we're quiet, really just enjoy tuning into the experience. When you're ready, we'll take a lovely deep breath. Nice and slowly, just roll onto your side again. Release your foot if you were holding. And then come onto your back. Take time. I'm just coming over to the other side in preparation. So tuning in now. What do you feel? Where do you feel it? Noticing any coolness, tingling where the chi moves through our body. Deep belly breaths. And just mindful of how you're feeling from twisting that one side. Let's hug our knees in and explore the other side. Take a moment though. Again, no rush. If there's one thing that you get out of being on your mat for a yin class, it's not rushing, even if the rest of the day is. So when you're ready, let's come on to the left. Sorry, turn onto your right side, the other side now. Having that cushion handy and drawing the left knee up and over. Grabbing foot if you can. Sometimes if you can't grab your foot and you have a strap, like a yoga strap handy, that can help. But it really isn't important. It's more about coming into the twist. And then if you have a little pillow to position, then that's quite handy too. Tilting that left shoulder back, coming into this lovely twist. As you do, relax your buttocks and thighs, lower back especially. These are the areas that I find are quite tense. And what do you feel in this pose? What muscles do you notice working? Where's the stretch? Following the breath. Checking in to see if your shoulders are relaxed. Whether you can just shift the head a little more so the head and neck relax. And as you follow the movement of your breath around your body, where some parts move more than others, if your eyes are closed and you're going within, what's going on in the mind? Just witness the thoughts. How does this side compare with the other? Is it easier? And as we just kind of roll towards the end of this pose, let's take 3 conscious breaths. And gently release. Let go of your foot. And very softly working your way onto your back. And really noticing what you're feeling. You might find it strange to feel more one side than the other, the after effects. Lovely deep breaths. And just checking in, how are you feeling in your body, just generally? And I know sometimes we do moan about our bodies, but it's our only vehicle that we've got. So just giving it some gratitude now and then. And we'll bring our knees in. Again, take a moment here after a twist and just letting the spine align. Just notice whatever you're feeling. Sometimes it's nice to bring the head up as well as we come into a nice little rock here. I'm going to offer you two poses, which I sometimes do, heart bench or bench. I'm going to go with just bench today. I can feel it in my lower spine, so I'm just going to be very gentle. And if you'd like to join me, you can. Otherwise, heart bench, where we use the two blocks, one behind the body, sort of aligning with the spine, and one for the head. Let me show you. I know that you know this, but positioning the blocks like that, and then lying down. Today, I'm going to take the softer version with a pillow and just lie back. Whatever you need, whatever your body wants. And if you do need a little something for your head, I'm going to use a block today just to rest the head. The neck feels like it needs a bit more support. We do these poses over and over, but each time you might feel like you need a different sensation. And nice deep breaths. Just close your eyes, enjoy this pose. Enjoy your breath. Return to the count conscious breaths if you want. Keep relaxing if anything needs relaxing. Just be completely in this moment. Notice where your mind is. Is it more on your body or on your breath? Or because the pose is so very gentle, is the mind wandering? Let's take one more breath here. And really slowly, whichever pose you chose, lifting up. And just taking props away. Coming down. How do you feel? And then when you're ready, we're going to come into the last pose of waterfall, which I know you like. Have a moment to rock. And I like to use a little cushion just to kind of wedge underneath the buttocks and just rest back. So enjoy. I'm going to let you have some time of quietness to relax into this pose, observing how it feels. There are many benefits to this pose, but just allowing you to kind of feel them for yourself. Relaxing anything that you can. Following your breath in your belly. And when you're ready, we'll just lower the feet down, nice and slowly. Gently allow ourselves to roll down. Take a neutral pose for a moment. Deep breath. And just noticing whatever you're feeling. And in your own time, just coming in now into a pose to relax. If that's seated, that's fine. Pop a blanket around your shoulders. And if you're lying down, maybe pull a blanket over you. Any support under your knees. Every now and then it's quite nice to have a nice little guided meditation. And this one is breathing in the rainbow. So just allow yourself to get comfortable, lie back or seated. And just take a few deep breaths just to center yourself, feeling the prana, breath come into the body. Link into your breath and just witness for a moment your breathing, your heartbeat, and any vibrations in your body. Give yourself time just to settle into this feeling. And drawing your attention to the base of your spine. And imagining a globe of coloured light. This globe of light has all the colours of the rainbow within it. Begin to draw the colour red as it begins to move up the spine. And repeat to yourself, I am drawing up strength. And as you draw up this colour red, feel strong. And take this strength all the way to the crown of your head. Return to the base of the spine and begin to draw up the colour orange. And as this flows up the spine, there's a surge of joy. And repeat to yourself, I am filling my life with joy. Take this joy right up to the crown of the head. Returning to the base of the spine, begin to draw up the colour, a golden yellow. And as this golden yellow flows up your spine, feel the energy pulsing as it fills with golden energy, and repeat to yourself, I'm filling my body with life force. And take this energy right up to the crown of your head. And as you return to the base of the spine again, releasing now the colour green. And draw this colour green up your spine. Allow yourself to feel the relaxation in mind, body and spirit. And repeat to yourself, I'm drawing up relaxation, peace and tranquility into my body. And take this relaxation feeling right up to the crown of the head. Return to the base of the spine and draw up the colour violet. Feel a strong but also soft healing hand of mauve as it gently glides up your spine. Moves and repeat to yourself, I am healing my body, mind and spirit. And take this healing right up to the crown of the head. And now be mindful of that globe of rainbow light, which is now at the crown of the head. Between the two rainbow globes of light, the spine is pulsating with coloured light and energy. So imagining your spine as a rainbow. Take a couple of deep breaths and start to allow the colours to flow down the front of your body, like a rainbow over a waterfall. As each energy centre is touched, you release anything that you no longer want to hang on to. The cleansing waterfall of colour washes over you now, bringing strength, joy, energy, peace, relaxation and healing. So just sit for a moment, imagining you are surrounded by a rainbow in whatever way that feels right for you. Allowing that energy to infuse into your body. So very gently, just returning back from that lovely rainbow image. See if you can imagine a rainbow extending from root to crown all day. And maybe that the colours can sort of radiate out of your body. You can be walking around in a rainbow. And perhaps just having the thought of being conscious of some conscious breaths later throughout your day. So when you're ready, just start to wiggle fingers and toes. Coming back into your day nice and slowly with gentle movement. Deep breath. a nice long sigh on the exhale. And if you're lying down, hugging knees in, have a nice little stretch. Nice rock on your back. And you can join me in seated when you're ready. And hands to heart. Om Shanti. Namaste.